Hey guys, it's me again. It's been a long time since my last video. I have been a slacker. No, I feel like with the holidays, it's a time to kind of like slow things down and take a step back and just evaluate your life situation. For me, that usually lands around the time of the holidays and winter. So, I mean, lately I've been keeping up with a lot of things, but my videos, I have been taking a little time away and just, reevaluating things. So, fitness wise, for me, fitness is still going on, 6-7 days a week is what I've been hitting at the gym. I did switch up my diet a little bit. I kind of wanted to focus more on eating more carbs, good carbs, and kind of eat less of animal protein. So I'm trying to focus on doing that. I mean, I'm not really tracking it or anything, but I'm just trying to be super mindful about what's going in my body. I was kind of like eating a lot of sweets there for a while, and I'm back on track with trying to keep a lot of sugar out of my diet and drink more water. I've actually lately have not been wanting to drink a lot of water. I think it's because of the cold. So I just have this theory, it's just like when you're cold, you're not sweating as much, so you don't actually need as much water, I feel like. So my intake of water is kind of about like a third of what it usually is. I would usually drink about 1.5 gallons of water, and now I feel like I'm only drinking maybe like 0.5 gallon at the most. And that's just, how things go, and we'll see, if I need to drink more water or not, and I kind of play around with it is what I'll do. Weight wise, I have gained weight, but I've gone down in size. So I lost, I think, a cup size. It's kind of like I'm losing mass again, but I'm gaining weight. So I know that's muscle mass. When I was cutting, I was usually about like 150 was at the lowest, and now I'm kind of sitting at 167 to 173 sometimes is where it'll jump up, but it's usually around 170, 169 is most days. I'm starting to track my weight more often. Not as soon as I wake up, which is kind of like where you want to be, but I usually weigh myself when I go into the gym and then as I leave the gym, because it will actually change. Today was one of those days, like I weighed myself and it was 173, and then as I was leaving it was 171, so it was like, where did 2 pounds of my body go? It's just how the weight game plays, and I'm just like not trying to focus on those things too much. A friend of mine actually asked me today, she says, what are your goals right now? What's your goal? And I was thinking, life-wise, my goal is to get a boyfriend. But in reality, she was asking me what my fitness goal was at this point, and the truth is I'm kind of at a place where I feel super confident in my routine, my diet, and, just giving it kind of my all every now and again. And that's good enough for me. I feel like, ultimately I just want to continue like doing fitness for the rest of my life. So, I mean, if I can make it in every day the best that I can and just like have the energy that I do, then I feel like I've already won. So, I mean, your fitness, I feel like lately with a lot of people, especially during the holidays, is that they get too focused on the stress of it all, and like they stress too much about how they look, how much food they intake, you know, during the holidays, and they feel like their whole body is just ruined now. And the fact is that your body isn't going to just gain a bunch of weight like that unless you really did like eat like tons of fast food every single day or something. I mean, anything that you have eaten over 2 days or 3 days or maybe even a week is not going to extremely impact your body. I mean, so I think that something everybody should focus on right now during this time is to just not stress, you know, the little things. Do not stress the fact that you ate a bunch of food. Don't stress, you know, yourself out that you're not, you know, where you want to be fitness body wise, because that stress is actually going to cause you to create hormones or you know, bad chemicals in your body that are not gonna help you in any way reach your fitness goals. They're gonna like make you actually gain weight or stress you out and stress your muscles and stress your body. And I feel like everyone just kind of needs to give themselves a little bit of a break, you know, during the holidays. It's important to not stress yourself out and to stay focused and, you know, just enjoy, you know, life in the moment is kind of, especially during this time with your family and your friends and other things too, you know. So, I mean, in the gym too, I've kind of switched things around. I'm also focusing a lot more on isolation movements, so, you know, like single arm or single leg. So, you know, like I do a little bit of everything, but like a lot of machines now that you would use like 2 arms, I'm starting to be more cautious about like maybe just using 1 arm, and it is definitely a different effect is what I'm noticing, is because when you're using 1 arm, you're basically taking that mind to muscle connectivity and you're just focusing just that much more on that 1 arm. So when you're doing 2, it's kind of like it's not really giving you the same effect when you have to focus on both your hands and what they're doing. Same thing with your legs. So a lot of times is when I'm using like leg press lately, I'll be trying to do one-legged leg press, you know, at a different angle. Usually you got to play around with it to see like what feels more natural to you. And also when you're doing 1 arm movements or 1 leg movements, make sure that you drop the weight, because a lot of times people think that they can go a lot heavier still, and it's not the case. I usually do about like half. So if it's like if you could do about 80 pounds with both hands, do half of that on 1 arm, you know. Go up increments of maybe like 5 when it comes to arms, because it is a lot heavier just to use your 1 arm than both. What else is going on in my life? A little off of fitness, but kind of related, I guess, is the relationship part aspect, you know, because I took about a year off of my life to focus on fitness and focus on myself and healing from my own prior ex relationships or, you know, bad situations. For me, I kind of have been out of the dating scene for a long time. I've been, you know, I still flirt and I'm not dead inside. I still kind of put myself out there a little bit. Lately though, I feel like I've kind of taken an aspect of fitness and put that towards, you know, putting myself out there again. Is, you know, I feel like I'm ready to get out into the dating scene again, and I kind of look at it like fitness is if you have to be kind of proactive about it a little bit. So, you know, I'm starting to do things that I'm not very comfortable with, actually, because I'm a pretty shy person. So lately, you know, I have kind of been putting myself out there a little bit, and it's scary, but you know, I'll get there. I feel like, and you know, I feel like fitness has helped me, especially with that, with the relationship part, is that, you know, it's okay to take time to focus on yourself and heal, and when you're ready, then you can get out there and be proactive about it somewhat, you know. And I'm kind of excited. I mean, it's just kind of, it's almost like the same as when I started looking for another job. I was thinking I'm going to be proactive about it, just the way that like fitness has kind of impacted my life. And you know, boom, I found a job like that, and I love my job, which is really nice too. It's you know, it's kind of not really like what you're doing, but the people that you work with. And so I'm kind of doing the same thing, I guess, with the relationship stuff. I feel like I'm ready to get out there and kind of start being proactive. I mean, I'm horrible at flirting though. But I'm trying my best. And I'm trying to find somebody that is, you know, also going to be, you know, into fitness as much as I am. And, you know, the best advice I can give most people is that you need to not drop your standards when it comes to things like that, because it's easy to slip back into old ways or bad habits, is almost of what you could imagine, you know, with fitness and relationships. And for me, I want to be a little bit more selective about who I let into my life now these days, because I don't want to fall back into that, you know, depression kind of stages that I've been in before. I feel like I have to stay strong, and I feel like I'm strong enough now to deal with those things. I mean, ultimately, yeah, the way that I look at it is that a relationship is kind of something that, you know, I would like to be in, but also that I realize is that I don't need to be in one to be a whole person or to be, you know, happy with life. I'm actually at the happiest point in my life I've ever been. So why would I ruin that by trying to be with somebody who doesn't really want to be with me? So that's kind of where I'm at right now, is just, you know, I need to find a really good balance, and I feel like fitness has kind of helped me stay true to my goals and who I am and what I could be someday, or what that I, you know, the things that I really want in life. So look at it that way, is fitness fitness has, it's more than just getting in shape and looking good and being healthy, but there's like some deep emotional, spiritual ties, I feel like, to fitness, and the way that it shapes us to become even greater people, you know, in more than just one way, in more than just one aspect of life. So I hope everybody is having a great time, and, you know, I'm trying my best on these videos. I really think I like these vlogs a little bit more than anything, because it's just a lot easier. Filming in my gym is kind of hard, actually, you know, to get a lot of that filming done around other people and not have other people kind of just like, what is she doing? So, and it just takes a lot of work. It does take a lot of work to cut all those videos into pieces, when these vlogs are a little bit more smoother, and I could just, you know, talk as much as I want and connect with the audience and tell people my secrets. I mean, that's basically it lately with the fitness. Fitness changes in my life right now is, you know, changing up my routine a little bit more, focusing on isolation movements. I actually am upping my cardio too. So for my cardio, I'm doing 2 miles every time that I train. I think what I was doing before was on the days that I worked, I was trying to just do at least 1 mile full board or 1 mile all the way inclined, like walking 4 miles an hour. But I've upped my cardio again, so I'm going 2 miles every day that I train, which is about 6-7 days a week. So, you know, I'm upping up my cardio. I'm changing my diet to a little bit more carb conscious. I just feel like carbs are a lot easier on my body. I feel like I feel a lot cleaner. Not bogged down too much when I eat carbs. And I feel like carbs are a lot more filling too. So I just, you know, I don't eat as much protein. And if I do eat protein, I try to make it like protein that's not animal based. Beans are a great source of protein. And then relationship. I mean, I'm focusing a little on the whole relationship thing, but like not really the biggest concern for me. I would like to meet somebody that is in kind of like serious about fitness. So, but it's not like a deal breaker for me. I mean, there's way worse deal breakers for me. Well, that's about it, guys. I hope you liked this vlog. I hope you're having great holiday time of the year and season, and I hope that you do not give up on your fitness goals or your fitness journey and continue to push hard and, you know, take it in and not stress too much. Bye!